Hello guys, what's up? I'm Surush Designer. Today we want to talk about how we can create some type of images in Photoshop 2019, and it's related to the color adjustments, and I called it camera raw setting. So for this item you can come to the this place called filters, and you have some option called camera raw filter. The shortcut of this option is about Shift Control A and Shift Control A. When I press it, a new window open for us, and we have different type of professional color match settings in here. It starts with the basic item, and I can start with the white balance. So at the profile we have different type of colors. For example, if I change it to the monochrome, my picture will turn to the black and white, not completely black and white, something like grayscale. So I change it to the color option, and I start with the white balance in here. I can set it on the auto set. You can see the Photoshop's artificial intelligence start to work with it, and temperature or tint has been changed in here. If you want warm colors, you can check it to the positive 20 or positive numbers like this, and if you change the tint option to the green, you will have some green hollows and shadows on your image, and if you change it to the purple, your image will be warmer than the past. I suggest 0 for this option because we don't need it now. Another option we have and really useful is about exposure. You can change the exposure in here like this. Actually, differences between brightness and exposure is that brightness related to the light sources and density of it, but exposure is about the full picture's brightness. So you can adjust it like this, very simple and easy. For example, if I want some dark picture, I can change it like this, or if I want some bright picture, I can make it positive. So for example, I need some type of dark color like that because, for example, I can imagine my sunlight is about the 5 p.m. and sun will set. So I type negative 0.8. Another option we have is the contrast. If you increase the contrast, you can see the differences between warm colors and blue colors. So if I reduce this option, my image will be get a little bit not attractive, but when I increase the contrast, you can see the changes. So another option related to the highlights. The places on your picture have some lights, and you can change the highlight. For example, if I increase it, you can see we have some highlight burns in here and here and here. You can see that. So I want to reduce the highlight to the, for example, 4, and if I want to have some more shadows on my screen, I can reduce the shadow option to make my screen darker, or I increase the shadows to make my screen lighter. So when you increase the shadows, your shadows will be get more bright than the past. So I want to type some number about 2, and the whites or blacks is completely easy. If you increase the whites, the white color and actually light colors on your picture and render will be increasing the white positions. So I type positive 14, and if I decrease the black options, my vignette has been completely increased, and I want to change it to the 12. So about the texture and clarity or the haze, so this is really important in here. If I increase the texture, all textures on my screen will be get much sharper than the past. For example, this wood in here or this metal in here, something like that. And if I decrease it, you can see we have some fade or blurriness on our surfaces. So for your post-production renders, you can increase it a little bit to show much details than the past. So I change it to the 12, and clarity, if you decrease it, actually you have some bloom on your screen, and when you increase it, you will have some very sharp unsaturated pictures. So I'm going to change it to the 4 for example, and we don't have any work with the haze option. Another option we have is the vibrance and saturation. The saturation related to the color's density. If I increase it, for example, in this place, white converted to the yellow, but we don't need it right now. So I turn off the basic option. The curve is about the highlights, lights, darks, and shadows. Another option we have is the details. Details related to the noise reduction. If I increase the noise reduction, actually you can see, if I increase the noise reduction, you can see that we have some changes on our model, but not right now, after the process. 66 for example, and color noise reduction is about making colors much realistic than the past, like that. So color mixer, split toning, optic, geometry, effects, and another option we have is the calibration. It depends how your display show colors. So another option we have is the effect. If you want some type of movie renders in here, like the cinema, you can increase the grain option. As you can see, we have some type of things like that. So I want to reduce it to the 10 for example, and press OK. After all of these processes, you can see that this is our output and it's really good. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe, please don't forget us, and goodbye.